Today, allow me to speak to two very important communities, because there is something that have just again resurfaced after the Madaraka Day celebrations. Allow me to speak to these two communities, and if they are here and if you can share this video with them, please kindly do so, because this is very important. These two communities need to get this message and need to get this message very clearly. And the two communities that I'm talking about are the Luos and the Kikuyus. So kindly, wherever you are, if you are watching this video, you can share this with one of them, because we need to have this conversation. We can no longer face it. We can no longer avoid it anymore. It is very, very important. But before I go into the details, if you are new to this platform and you're coming here for the first time, kindly take a second to subscribe and to hit the notification bell, so that anytime I post a video, you will always be the first to watch. So kindly do so, na kama kawaida, I'll be back. Thank you for everyone who has subscribed, and for the return subscribers, I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. And for those who are sending something via this number, like Jane, thank you so much, and Paul, thank you so much. Now let us continue. I know on this platform I have people who are my fans, who are from the Kikuyu community, and I have people who also follow me on the content that I do from the Luo community and other communities. But today I want us to speak to these two communities, because if this message doesn't get to them, then they will never understand the power that they hold. So before I go into the details, you know very well that there's been a lot of bickering on the internet, on TikTok and all the other platforms, on Facebook and social media. Ever since this Madaraka Day event came, people started saying, oh, sijui Luos went, sijui wakalala kwa stadium, sijui they are being used badly, nina nini. And the same Luos are saying, oh, sijui leave us alone, nyinyi pia mlienda Sagana mkakulanga mchele, you celebrated kukula mchele na supu, sijui nini. There have been a lot of things being thrown back and forth. But this conversation is very important, because the differences between the Luos and the Kikuyus did not start today. The political difference, because whatever they have is political. The difference that they have is purely political. And it's something that started politically, even if it has moved to other social aspects of life, but it was a political difference. And it was something that was planted there intentionally by the colonizers. But now the question comes here. Why do this community, these two communities, always, there's always a deliberate effort to make sure that they are on different sides of divide? Nini nafanyanga? Why is it that these two communities, it's always ensured that they speak from different sides, that they oppose each other? Why? Look at the Kikuyus community. Kikuyu community can work with any other community politically, but not Luos. The same to Luos. They make sure that Luos can partner with any other community politically, but not the Kikuyus. You think this one is it's by coincidence? No. That has been done that way by design. And the truth of the matter, and today I want you Kikuyus and Luos to get me clearly. The power that you people hold when you work together, no political unity can fight it. When you people decide, when the Luos and the Kikuyus decide to work together, this country can experience changes that it has never experienced before. This country can experience a lot of political change and a lot of development that this country has never experienced before. The day the Luos and community, the Luos and the Kikuyus will decide that let's put our political difference aside, and sit down and work together, trust you me, that force is unbeatable. And the people who make sure, who orchestrate this division, they know the power that you people hold very well. That's why they can never allow you people to work together. They can't. Because once they do it, they are doomed. Once they do it, they are doomed. So this hatred that is always been planted in your heart, this hatred that is planted in the heart of the Kikuyus about Luos, that anytime when there's something that they can do anything with the Luo, but not when it comes to leadership and politics. That Kikuyu ladies can marry to Luos, Kikuyu men can marry Luo ladies and they live and the mambo endelee vizuri, and vice versa. But people cannot, when it comes to politics, that is where they draw the line. You people, you need to understand the power that you hold. Hii differences yenye mnashindaka mkirushiana maneno here, left, right and forth, left, right and forth. This is by design. It is something that has been orchestrated politically. Because they know that when you two people unite, the courage that you people, the Kikuyus have, the courage that Kikuyus have when it comes to fighting for what they stand for, if that energy is reignited, if that Mau spirit is reignited in the Kikuyus, and they know who they are and they stand up for their right, and then they get people like Luos who fear nothing, who always stand with also what they are. You remember, there's only two communities who can stand up for what they believe in. It is the Luos and the Kikuyus. I want you people to get this message very clearly. If these two communities stand up and say that enough is enough, we want change in this country, trust you me, you have a force that no one can fight back. And if you think I'm lying to you, look at what happened in 2002. In 2002, when Kikuyus and Luo said that enough, let's put our political difference aside and make sure that this government goes home, that government ilienda home asubuhi na mapema. Even in 2022, if you people in 2027, if you people decide that, hey, these people have to go home, enough is enough, trust you me, the government, government itaenda home by 6 a.m. in the morning. Because the courage that you people have, the courage that Kikuyus have, when it comes to fighting for, standing and fighting for what they believe in, same to the Luos. And Kikuyus are entrepreneurs. They are people who believe in setting structures and businesses and everything. And then Luos are good at running businesses. They are good at making sure that these businesses, they run professionally. Hey, my God, you people, you don't know the strength that you have. You don't know the power that you hold. The hatred that is simmering between the difference of between the two people, the two communities. Trust you me, it has been manufactured. All the time you keep hearing the Kikuyu say, oh, sijui Luos and circumcised. Yes, they are. It is their culture. But they use that. But it is by design. Because your women are married to us. The same as Nyinyi pia, your men have married our women. When it comes to marriage, we are okay. We mingle. In fact, so many Luos have married from Central. And there's no problem with that. But when it comes to leadership, that's where they draw the line. You remember the oath that was taken. This thing was kept there by the white people. They did it by design. Because remember, white people was very smart people. They could look through Africans. They could look through Kenyans. And they realized that these Kikuyus and these Luos are not good people to work. Or these two people should never come together. Because if they come together, they will give us a problem. And that's why they started planting that differences way back at independence. And they made sure that that hatred sticks. And that's why anyone who is born from Central naturally has that natural hate for Raila Odinga and the community at large. The same way with the people from the Luo side. So if we want to change this country, let me tell you, there's no any other community that can bring a stop to this country, to the things that happen in this country, if these two communities cannot merge. The day this community will merge and say, now let's sit down and work together. Let's sit down and crack a formula of working together. Trust you me, you cannot beat it. This is not even about Raila. Raila will come and go. Will come and go. Everyone, no one is immortal. Everyone will test. Everyone is time. When his time comes, they will go. But there is something about these two communities. Because even when it comes to numbers, Luos don't have so much numbers, but we have a significant number, around 3 million votes thereabout, or between 2 to 3 million votes thereabout. But Kikuyus have massive numbers. Kikuyus are big in numbers. So when Kikuyus and Luos merge, that is a campaign. First of all, the campaign itself, you can't beat it. You can't fight it. You must understand that there's only two tribes that controls the narrative, the political narrative of this country. Ever since independence, it has always been the Luos and the Kikuyus. The other community, they fall into place. They fall on either side of the two. Remember, Kikuyus don't always follow. And when it comes to politics, they are always the one to lead. And then this other side, there's always the Luos. The Luos are always the one to lead. The others now fall on either side. Either you fall on the side of the Kikuyus, or fall in the side of the Luos. So you people, the differences that is being planted, it is being planted deliberately. The narrative that is being pushed about the differences and the differences for these two communities, it is only benefiting a few people, a few politicians who understand that these two communities should never come close to working together. Because if they do, the political narrative of this country changes. 2002 was a classical example. You people remember how you sent Kanu home. Until the president then had to raise his hand and say, nimekubali, it is done, tumeshindwa. That is how strong you people are. But you can't see it. You can't place your hand on it. And that's why they always continue to plant this division. Let me tell you, ask yourself, how many kids right now, the Gen Zs, their father is a Kikuyu, their mother is a Luo. Ama their mother is their mother is a Luo, their father is a Kikuyu. How many? So many of them. So many of them. That shows you that Kikuyus and Luos, like they mingle easily. Wanapendana tu naturally. There's this love between the Luos and the Kikuyus, away from politics. Wanapendana tu. As much as they make fun of each other, as much as, but these people just love. That's a natural love for each other. Wanapendananga tu. They can disagree, they can do a lot of things, they can go, but when it comes to sherehe, when it comes to nini, you will find there's many good Kikuyus who go to Ohangla events and they dance and they feel good the same way to yani we love each other. And they understand that there is strength in our unity. These people understood there is strength in our unity. And the people who are continuing to perpetuate these differences are the people who read the same script from the white people. They understood that if you want to have something in this country, if you want to have a share, if you want to have your space in this country, we must never ensure that the Luos and the Kikuyus don't work together. And even Uhuru himself understood it. Because Uhuru was taken through the East and I can understand that there's something here. And he was trying to fix it back then. But the hatred and the differences has been planted for way too long. So there is something in you people working together. If you people decide to sit down and now let's say, come on, let's work together. Let's work together. The changes that will be seen in this country is unimaginable. I wish this message can reach to everyone. The hatred that you keep on pushing, the hatred that, sijui, walifanya nini, it is you are only playing to the tune of those people who want you people to stay the way that you are. You are only playing to that tune. You are only playing to that tune. When it comes to the issue of circumcision, 60%, 70% of all the men in this world have not gone through that process. And we all know, globally. But why do they use? They use that because that is their weakest point of hitting Luos. Those Luos nowadays, they go through that process. But that is, that they use that because it is their culture. Those who never did it before, it is their culture. The same way there are some things on the other side of Central, it is their culture. You can't take it away from them. But they use this thing to fight you back so that you people can stick different, so that you can stay on both sides. At yo, this person cannot lead because of 1, 2, 3, 4. The political, the differences between this community is purely political, and it is something that was created, like iliyekuwa hapo by design by the colonizers. And that's why you see this thing started from way back. This thing started from way back. During the era of Moi, Jaramogi, and Kenyatta. The hatred was planted back then. So anyone who is living right now is only playing to the tune of what happened back then. Trust you me, Luos are the best people if they are your friends. The same way to Kikuyus, if they are your friends, they are the best people. But they have always made it look like you can't work with this community, you can't work with these guys, you can't work with these guys because of 1, 2, 3, 4 things. So I beg you, the two people, the two communities, it is time you people sit down and realize that this country, if you want to change the political narrative of this country, it is only these two communities can do that. You have the voice, you have the power, you have the strength, you have the mental capacity to do that. If you decide to work together, trust you me, this thing will be done. It will be done. And that's why you see Raila always tries as much as he can to close ranks, because he understands the history. He understands where this thing all started for. And you see, even Raila has explained it so much before. When he was asked, why do Kikuyus hate him so much? And he said that the problem is not them. This thing was planted way back. So the rest, these are just beneficiaries. They have just inherited that difference. And this is something that even Uhuru came to understand later. This is something that I think Gachagua is now getting to understand. So these two communities need to work together. There is power in you people coming together and work. Stop this throwing back words at each other, left, right, and center. Oh, sijui umefanya nini, oh umefanya nini, oh umefanya nini. If you see someone, mtu anarauka asubuhi anaenda kusagana, sijui anakula mchele na supu na anafurahia, it is poverty. The enemy here is poverty, not a community. If you see someone waking up anaenda kukesha kwa stadium kunina nini, it is poverty. The common denominator is poverty. We should be fighting poverty, because it is only poverty that can reduce you to that depth, to that level of desperation. So it is not a community, it is poverty. And the people who have power and the people who understand, make sure that you stick to that, you stay in that poverty, so that they can continue dominating and controlling you. No leader in Africa wants you to have that uamke, no leader in Africa wants to enable you to a point whereby you can have a voice. Because if you are enabled, if all those people who went to sleep at Jaramogi Oginga Odinga Stadium that night, if all of those people had something to do, like they had work, like there are people who are employed, that are earning salary, they are living a good life, hakuna mwenye angeamka kwenda kulala kwa stadium. No one will do that. And even if they had only a few people, the same to people in people who went to Sagana to sijui kula mchele sijui na nini, and they were being wanachukuliwa video akisema vile wamefurahia. If the same people, if majority of those people had work, like they are employed, they are earning a salary, they are earning good money, they are living a good life, hakuna mtu angerauka kwenda kula mchele, because anaweza kula kwake, anaweza ifanya kila kitu kwake. I want you to get here that the difference, it is poverty. No, the main issue we are fighting here is poverty, not tribal, not anything. And I've insisted, and I'll finish by saying, the day these two communities realize the power they have, oh my God, this country will see a total change. So until that time, please let us focus, because we want to change this country. Anyway, guys, what do you think about the difference between the Luos and the Kikuyus? You can share it in the comment section, but above it all, remain respectful. Do not insult a community. It is not right. Do not insult a community. Do not use any derogatory words with other community. Share your opinion. What do you think about all this? How can we bridge the gap? Because we need to bridge the gap. This hatred has persisted for way too long. We need to bridge this gap. So tell us how you feel like we can do this and bridge this gap, so that these two communities can, because I believe there is power. There is something when these two communities come together. A lot of things happen. A lot of changes. Even if you see, whenever the Kibaki and Raila work together, there were so many things that happened in this country that were good. So tell us in the comment section, what do you think? What is your opinion? How can we end this? But above it all, I still insist, do not insult anyone. Do not insult a community. Do not attack a community. Just share your opinion and we will appreciate. So thank you. Until next time, bye. And if you feel like you want to send something to this number, I will really appreciate. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.